We
are the Modcast.
Gems.
We'll always find a way.
And if you doubt our strength, we'll
ban you all for days.
That's why the users
of these boards bound to
indeed
click a sign and watch.
And Purple.
Hey, Purple. How's
Hey.
it going?
It's good.
So, Steven Universe is a show.
That was the lamest segue ever. Oh my gosh.
You will learn quickly that our segues are absolutely trash.
segues aren't real here.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers afoot. So the last episode that came out was the Onion episode, right? And that was season 4, like episode 7. So if you haven't caught up, do that. Or just don't listen.
It's been like a 5-month hiatus. If you haven't caught up, that's your fault.
A lot of stuff happened during the latter half of season 3.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man.
Has anything important happened during season 4? I don't think so.
Not really. It's just been like one-off episodes.
There's like the Roadrunner episode.
That
with
was so
Peridot.
weird.
That was strange.
I kind of didn't like that episode. It just had such a different atmosphere compared to everything else.
I loved it because the monster looked very much like Sonic.
Oh my god, why would you say that? I can't unsee it now.
My immediate thought was Roadrunner, and then I thought, is that Sonic?
It might be, yeah. Also, now Tumblr's obsessed with this Rose Quartz ripoff.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Like
The motorcycle chick.
Oh, right,
her.
yeah.
I had completely forgotten about her.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, she was in one episode, so I guess, I don't know, I guess Tumblr's all like...
She's shipping material, therefore she's like the best thing ever or whatever.
Ugh.
My favorite ship is Greg X Onion.
What the heck?
Have I told you about the fusion that I thought of? I think it'll be great. I think Steven and his dad should fuse, and it should be voiced by Jack Black. I think that would
Oh
be
my gosh. That'd actually be kind of funny.
the best thing ever.
We planned to do this episode for a while, just talking about
Couple
Steven Universe. But no, not even that. It's like a couple of months before the whole stuff with the cluster happened. We had planned to do that, but then we never got around to it. It's so much stuff has happened since then. I was wondering, like, what did you guys think of that? Like, the whole cluster and just, like, what it actually amounted to?
I feel like it ended too quickly. Like, it was just like, oh, let's just put a giant bubble around it. But if it ends up being important, like, later on, then I can kind of forgive it.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
gone. You know, like, it's definitely not gone. That'd be way too annoying of like a conclusion.
Yeah, like, you can't just build up all that hype for, like, one quick resolution.
Yeah.
That's what my thought was also. And I know, Purple, you and I had a conversation on Twitter about this, like, the day that the episode came out, because
Oh, yeah, we did, didn't
I
we?
think the cluster was handled greatly, and it's like, but it wasn't. I mean,
No,
I
it wasn't.
Yeah.
I love that they didn't go, defeat the cluster using force or whatever. I like that there was, through
An
passive
alternate
means.
thing.
Exactly.
It was very, very Steven Universe-y.
I liked that. But one episode?
Yeah. It was just too fast. Like, they had, like, an entire season building up to it, and then it was just, like, done.
Plus, like, it wasn't even the only thing happening, because on the sidelines we also had that big fight going on.
Yeah, the fight with Malachite, you mean?
Yeah.
And Alexandrite.
That was pretty sick.
I like that.
Oh yeah, actually I remember like one of my crackpot theories when Malachite was destroyed and Jasper sort of just like
Jasper just
went
fell into a hole.
Yeah, fell into
Yeah,
the earth.
bye.
What I was thinking was that she would essentially break the bubble like surrounding the cluster and like try to fuse with the cluster because she's
Oh my
now like obsessed with
gosh.
fusion, which didn't happen. And I'm interested in like what are they gonna do with Jasper? They're trying now, I think, to sort of elaborate on how the gems became corrupted. There's like this huge flashing light and like a song or something, and it apparently just corrupted all the gems. I think at some point Steven might figure out a way to save
Uncorrupt
corrupted
them.
gems. Yeah. I wonder if for the final battle they get Jasper uncorrupted and maybe they get Bismuth.
Yeah, I mean, Bismuth wasn't corrupted. She was
Yeah,
just
I know.
poofed.
I kind of hope Bismuth just goes away. I'm not a big fan of Bismuth. I'd rather just have, like,
No?
maybe it's I'm used to the 6 heroes format, but I kind of like the whole six-fecta of 3 homeworld gems.
Well, I don't even know if it's like 3 homeworld gems, because like Peridot's a good guy, Lapis is just her own gem, and Jasper's like a monster now, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I kind of consider Team Steven, if I can call it that. I consider Lapis and Peridot to also be members of said group, if only honorarily.
We only saw Bismuth for like that one
Yeah, like one
30
double
minute
episode.
So yeah,
Right,
so all the other characters we just seen a lot more. They released a promo for the next episode, Gem Harvest.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently the hiatus is actually ending November 17th. That's when it's going to be released. So hype.
Steven Universe is like always going on hiatuses because they always do like so many Steven bombs or whatever. It's like the crew
I
can't
hate that
keep
format.
up with it.
My God. Because I'm a big fan of both Steven Universe and Adventure Time. Between those two shows, they just keep going on hiatus, like, over and over. Just keep a consistent release schedule.
The thing about this episode is that, at least from what we see from the promo, is just like, I don't think it'll be like a filler episode. It seems like important stuff will go down.
Quote unquote important. Like maybe just like minor exposition or something.
I think the golden rule when it comes to the names of episodes is that, like, if it sounds important, like Gem Harvest, that sounds plot heavy. It's not going to be plot heavy. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, like there was that one Hit the Diamond where they played baseball, but
Yep.
like people were speculating.
Yeah, people were speculating that Greg would like run over Yellow Diamond with his van, and that's how she'll be defeated.
Let me drive my van into your heart.
Oh my God.
It's foreshadowing.
There's an episode coming out, I think, eventually called Gem War or something, and people are speculating that's going to be like something stupid, you know, like them playing war or something.
Like a Risk game.
Yeah, like a Risk game. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. I think whenever they come off hiatus, they do bring plot episodes. You know,
That's fair.
like with Super Watermelon Island and the cluster episode, like that was after like a hiatus, right? And since like I think the war is like another 30-minute episode as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah, or is it Gem Harvest that is? I don't know. One of the two is, and so I speculate that they're gonna talk about the Gem War. Who knows? Maybe there's an invasion.
Right, yeah.
Another invasion.
Gem War Part 2.
Yeah. It seems like they are gonna be plot-heavy episodes, but from what we've seen from the promo of Gem Harvest, it's Steven bringing a pumpkin to life.
It seems pretty important, Lodge. You do that? I mean, come on.
I'd like to think the title of the episode refers to more than just, like, gems harvesting pumpkins.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's all I want in life, personally.
To be honest, I think what it is it's going to be an episode where Steven teaches Lapis and Peridot about Thanksgiving and like pumpkins and Halloween. and stuff
that would
like
actually
that.
make sense because it's like November.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
don't know about that stuff because they're not from Earth. And so then he teaches it to them and he's like, you grow pumpkins. And Peridot's like, well, what is the purpose of growing these melons or whatever? And Lapis is like, I don't care, Batman. And then Steven shows them, but inadvertently also creates a wormhole. And by creates a wormhole, I mean he creates a pumpkin. So he creates a pumpkin, and then he's like, no, it's actually your pumpkin. And then it's actually his pumpkin. And I think the most long
I
story
can tell
short,
you've given this a lot of thought.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not making this up on the spot or anything like that. No, I think if anything important is going to happen, I think it would be a Lapis and Peridot fusion.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I could even see happening, but like I don't know why it would happen. Like I know that they've been like getting along more, but I don't know if they're like at fusion level yet.
They get so upset at Steven that they fuse to for ruining their pumpkin.
Kill him, yeah.
There was actually a screenshot from the episode. It was basically like all of the gems looking at something where like Garnet and Lapis were smiling and Peridot and Pearl and Amethyst were all like gasping. From that, they're probably looking at Steven because he's not in the screenshot. And I don't know, maybe Steven fused with his pumpkin or something. I don't know.
What?
Something weird.
Maybe they're just like looking at a spaceship or something. Or maybe Steven's being kidnapped and like dragged away and they're all looking at it. Except I don't know why they'd be like smiling.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's like,
good riddance, finally!
who knows what it could be? Maybe Steven unlocks a new power or something.
Another one, I swear.
I know.
Yeah.
I after the whole floating thing, I was like, but
He's OP.
How many more powers can this kid have?
Thinking about fusions, though, Smoky Quartz was cool to see.
I like their powers, but like my first impression was, what the heck?
Why the third arm? I don't get it. Like,
Yeah, the arm is really kind of disturbing, to be honest. Like it's very
I don't know.
unsettling.
I think it's kind of cool-ish.
don't understand it at all.
Like, if it was symmetrical, then it wouldn't really be that big a deal. But it's just like weird to think of like another forearm coming out of like your own. It's like, what?
I think it's supposed to be representative of Steven and Amethyst.
Yeah?
Really now?
Their-
Whatever.
their
Give me that
personality.
idea.
Their personalities, because like they're both kind of impulsive and
and they both have an arm growing out of their forearm? that what you're trying to imply?
Yeah.
Yes, in fact.
Here's a question. Would you guys prefer a Pearl-Steven fusion or a Garnet-Steven fusion?
I want to see a Pearl Steven fusion, because, like, we've already
do
seen
too.
Rainbow Quartz, so I'm curious to see, like, how she'd look if it was
Oh,
Steven.
that's true, actually.
Yeah, people have been speculating that, it will just be Rainbow Quartz, but, like, I
I
don't
doubt
think
it.
so. You know, yeah,
I mean, I think it'll still be a Rainbow Quartz, just not the same one that we met before.
Smoky Quartz, when she's first formed, she says something at the beginning. It's something like, oh, I think Amethyst knows what I'm called. There's some line she says, like, oh, what's my name? I think Amethyst knows this. But, like, that kind of made me think that maybe that fusion had been, like, formed in the past. I don't know.
My first thought was that natural gems just sort of automatically know, but because Steven is half human, he doesn't know.
Yeah, okay.
What are your guys' favorite fusions?
My favorite fusion is Steven and Steven.
Steven and
What?
Steven.
To form the best fusion of all time.
Wow.
No, I'd say probably... Does Garnet count?
I mean, yeah, she's a fusion.
I know,
Counts,
but
yeah.
does Garnet count?
I mean, yeah, like, why not?
Because it's like, she's such a main character that fusion,
I mean,
yes.
why
is
can't a
like,
fusion be a main character?
I don't know. That's just...
You got so used to her just being her own gem that when it was revealed,
Exactly,
it hasn't
yeah.
sunken in yet.
No, it has, and I'm totally fine with her being a fusion. Like, most of the other fusions are kind of gimmicky, form a fusion to, like, solve the problem, whereas Garnet is just constantly a fusion. So, while, yes, she is a fusion, she doesn't feel like a fusion to me.
She's not a fusion under dire circumstances.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Sardonyx, personally.
Yeah, Sardonyx is, like, really fun.
I'm kind of a fan of Sugalite.
Ooh, I love Sugalite's color scheme for very obvious reasons.
I think it's funny that the voice actor was originally Nicki Minaj, but they haven't showed her at all anymore.
Yeah.
That's, I think, was referenced in the episode that,
It was,
Smoky
yeah.
Quartz's episode. That was great.
My favorite fusion is probably Malachite, because she is so much fun to draw.
Really.
It's like, she doesn't obey the concrete laws of anatomy, so you can just draw her, like, however you want. Like, you can draw her, like, super monstery, and, like, it'll be totally normal.
You say it doesn't obey the forms of natural anatomy and then complain about an arm coming out of an elbow?
I mean, I can still complain about it.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
weird. She's not
It's
like
dumb.
a centaur or anything.
I gotta say, though, Smoky Quartz's weapon, I absolutely love the yo-yo.
Oh, that's genius,
Yes.
yeah.
Yo-yo
Yeah.
is such a good weapon. And it's like, it totally makes sense, too.
Yeah, because they're, like, both fun-loving and stuff.
Would you ever have said, oh, when Steven and Amethyst fuse, their weapon is going to be a yo-yo?
I never would have guessed that, honestly.
Exactly.
the whole combinations of weapons, it's just a great touch for the fusions. And, like, for, like, a future Rainbow Quartz, I imagine that would be probably, like, a parasol, maybe?
That could be cool.
Yeah, like an umbrella.
Yeah, that seems to fit.
What do you think Garnet and Steven's weapon would be?
I honestly have no idea.
Like, maybe a hammer?
I don't even know how that would make a hammer.
Yeah, plus Sardonyx already has one.
What if it's, like, armor or something? Like, I'm kind of picturing Reinhardt's shield, in a
I
way.
could see that, yeah.
Where it's
I
like
could
a
see that.
gauntlet with a shield in it or something. Or just, like, actual physical armor or whatever. That's all I can really think of.
Can't think of a good way to combine those two weapons. Maybe that's why they haven't shown the fusion yet.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure it
They
out.
can't come up with
I got
it,
nothing.
yeah.
Well, I know, but, like, if you had ever said, oh, how do you combine a shield with a whip?
Right.
Like, there's no weapon that
yo-yo.
really corresponds to that, and yet here we are with a yo-yo weapon.
Yeah.
So I think whatever it is, it'll make total sense, but no one will see it coming.
Yeah. Unless we just predicted it now and, like, called it way before it's even introduced.
I wonder, actually, now I'm just thinking about, like, all of them possibly getting in a battle situation, like all of the gems. What if they all fuse together?
Oh gosh.
Like the
Temple
whole lot.
fusion!
Tempo
Like
fusion.
Alexandrite plus Peridot plus Lapis
Plus
plus
Peridot.
Jasper plus Bismuth.
Oh my goodness. They'd need to have, like, one central gem being, like, the one in control, and I could see that being Steven, like,
Yeah.
controlling this giant fusion. But if they, like, all tried doing their own thing, it will not be good at all.
It's gonna be a giant mech piloted by Steven.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's actually something else that was interesting that happened in the series of episodes that we've gotten, which was the whole reveal, I guess, that Rose Quartz has apparently killed a diamond. oh no.
I don't know if that's actually
Is
legit. I saw like some
it?
joke comic that was like, oh, she faked her death and became Rose Quartz, but
Yeah, that's so
I don't
dumb.
know.
We saw Bismuth and her,
Shatterer thing.
tactics. Yeah. Killing gems outright, shattering their core.
Yeah. But would that even work on a diamond?
I guess we haven't really seen much of the diamonds, but I imagine so, right? Maybe
Right.
take a few more thrusts than one.
Just
one
like
fell swoop.
sit there for 2 hours trying to shatter her,
keep
like
bashing-
pew pew pew
yeah.
pew pew pew.
Because diamonds are hard to break through.
Yeah. Granted, any rock is unless you have the right tools.
So I do actually know quite a bit about what's the study of rocks called again?
Geology.
Geology, yeah. Mohs scale of hardness. It's basically a scale of hardness where diamond is a 10, and then a number of things are underneath that. So if you take a look at this, quartz is actually quite high up there, and then talc is at the bottom.
Fingernail. My gem is fingernail, yeah.
But yeah, so as far as diamonds being able to be cracked, I mean, I think it's probably a thing. When I heard that, oh, Steven, your mom actually killed this one.
This one.
Yeah, this
One.
one.
This one. I was like, oh, I'm not surprised by this, because I wasn't surprised by it.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be very mad if my mom killed Pink Hitler. So,
Oh my gosh!
I mean, we don't really know all too much about the diamonds, in general, and all we really know, Jasper's diamond was pink diamond, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So there's some other speculation that pearl diamond is white diamond,
Yeah.
because they share similarities.
I don't think that's
between
true.
the
Gem
position
placement and
of
color
their-
schemes and stuff.
Yeah, so of course, yellow diamond is pretty much tyrannical dictator, probably.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like
from-
she's more in charge of the military or something, while the other gems are in charge of other things. White diamond can be in charge of the homeworld galaxy or whatever as the supreme diamond, and then blue diamond could be I don't know, colonizing. I don't know what that would make pink diamond though. Resources.
Pink Diamond was pretty awful though to begin with. She only had one planet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was that whole diagram, and there's
Mhm.
showed the planets that they were protecting, and I guess Pink Diamond would be protecting Earth, right?
Pink
Yeah.
Diamond's so desperate she put the moon on hers.
So do they have to update that mural every time a diamond gets another
That'd be pretty
planet?
annoying, honestly.
Do they have to update every single mural?
Yeah, I mean probably they get one of their rubies to do it or something.
They just have an entire subsection of gems dedicated to updating murals.
Oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm on the gem mural squad.
But yeah, that sort of dichotomy between Rose probably killing a diamond and being opposed to killing gems, because when Bismuth was showing her tools of mass destruction.
What if Bismuth didn't know that Rose shattered a diamond, so when she found out she was just are you serious?
Oh yeah, actually that's a interesting thing. When did it actually occur? If that's what started the rebellion, I suppose, then that wouldn't really make sense.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess she just kind of changed her way. It's oh, this is double standards, man. It's you killed the Supreme Leader. I can't even kill foot soldiers. What is this?
Maybe she had no other choice, she was cornered or something, and so she had to. Or it was an accident.
Yeah.
It could have been an accident, honestly. I don't know how you accidentally do that though, but
Yeah, now that I think about it, her blade is kind of designed not to kill, though, so how would she?
I don't know.
Pearl did it.
Pearl did it?
Pearl did it.
Guys, I think I have the answer. Steven actually has another power, and the power is to immediately obliterate all gems.
Oh no.
And then Steven accidentally breaks Garnet by accident. Uh-oh.
Well, it would have to be either Ruby or Sapphire, or both, I guess. But oh man, that'd be sad if one of them died.
Is it weird? I kind of want to see Sapphire merge with other rubies. What would it be like?
Yeah, what other garnets are there?
Exactly.
Yeah, I am curious about alternate versions. We were talking about the rainbow quartz variation earlier, and other
exactly.
garnets. That'd be cool.
I don't think other Garnets are gonna happen, though.
Yeah, no.
Definitely not.
Not with our Sapphire and our Ruby.
Yeah, that'd be weird if they went to another planet. It was just full of alternate garnets.
But see, they wouldn't, because fusions are frowned upon.
I mean, yeah, but it's out of the entire galaxy, universe, whatever. Are there really no other gems who have considered fusing?
Well, I guess they're probably under the Diamond Fist, Diamond Rule.
I mean, yeah, but if there's one rebellion, why couldn't there be others?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, I think it's just an interesting sort of moral conundrum for Steven.
Yeah.
It's oh, wait. seriously? Like, Rose actually killed a person? And it's like, I had this whole deal with, like, Bismuth, and, like, what?
So I could have just taken the easy way out.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think what would probably happen in, like, the finale is that, like, they're having, like, a second gem war of sorts, and, like, all of the crystal gems are down and in their gem form. I don't know if they go, like, the way of being shattered. I wonder if they'd figure out a way to, like, unshatter a
I doubt
thing,
it.
but then,
I doubt
no,
it.
that would be kind of cheap, I think.
Yeah, just get some super glue, put them all back together.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess they already had the whole messed up fusions, the
Yeah,
amalgamations.
the clusters and stuff.
Some people have been speculating that perhaps Amethyst might go corrupt.
I'm not really feeling that one. Like, prior to Jasper's corruption, I could kind of see it happening, but now that Jasper's been corrupted, I can't really see, like, another main gem getting corrupted anytime soon, at least.
Another
Right,
main
yeah.
quartz gem.
Yeah, and a quartz.
Right, yeah.
Kind of a cheap way out, yeah.
Maybe Steven would try to get the gems that are fighting him from Homeworld to be on his side somehow. It seems like the whole thing about Steven Universe is like, there is violence, but it's like trying to solve things non-violently. Like, that's why he has a shield.
It's like real life, the pacifist route, in a way.
Pretty much. And so, like, I wonder how they would do that, or what Steven would do when confronted. We saw that with Bismuth, and there's always foreshadowing everywhere. And so, like,
Yeah.
I imagine Steven would come across another tough decision to make, where it's not so clear what is the right thing to do, being cornered. I guess that's sort of what happened with the finale for season 3, where he's, like, stuck in the bubble with the ruby. And it's like, he saves the ruby, but the ruby gets, the ruby's mad, and he sort of
not
ejects him,
everyone
right?
wants to be saved.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's not really anything you can do about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's sort of the main story stuff, but, like, there's a whole other side to Steven Universe, because, like, there's other characters that exist that are not gems.
Which I don't like.
Do you know
I
who
know.
my favorite who's not a gem is?
If you say Lars, I swear to God.
No, it's actually also my favorite fusion, Steven and Steven.
Oh my
Stop
gosh.
it.
It's not even a
Stop.
fusion!
But he's a professional beach hunk.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think probably my favorite non-gem character would be... Now, this is the part where I'm supposed to have an answer to.
Wow.
Question.
Okay, anyway, my favorite non-gem character is probably Connie.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
fair.
She's all nice and stuff, and I relate to her.
Yeah, I like Connie. I'm a big fan of Ronaldo.
Freaking Ronaldo.
Oh my gosh, I love Ronaldo. He's so funny. It's like
yes.
the type of character that would annoy me if he was like real, but like since he's
Yeah.
fictional, he's like really funny.
I'm not too big of a fan of Ronaldo, even though he's like, I don't know, he sort of embodies all the freaking tropes of being like a conspiracy theorist and
I love
in
it.
his mother's basement watching
Yeah.
anime and stuff.
It's like half of the TDV message boards.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love you guys.
One character that I don't really understand the reason that he's a character is Lars. I feel no sympathy for whenever there is like a Lars episode, because like there's that one where Steven controls Lars's body.
Oh, that was
and
weird.
is, like, that was just sort of uncomfortable, and I just didn't really understand.
I think they're using Lars as like a moral lesson to show how to not be a jerk or something.
I guess, but like, it doesn't seem like he really goes through any
Character development.
change. Yeah.
I completely agree.
There's a bunch of side characters that have their own episodes. I find that to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like more world building and stuff.
Like the last episode we got was the whole Onion episode, and I mean, that was kind of cool, I guess. I don't know, Onion is weird.
I swear, if Onion is Yellow Diamond somehow, like, I know it's impossible, but, like, if there was some sort of relationship between the two, I will flip a table.
Guys, I just remembered who my favorite side character is. It's Mayor Dewey.
Oh my gosh.
In his
Mayor
magical,
Dewey.
mystical Dewey-mobile.
Mayor Dewey.
Mayor Dewey. Am I the only one who finds his crush on Pearl more than slightly disturbing?
That's very
No.
odd.
Do you guys want to talk about music?
Music is
It's got
good. I
good
like
music.
the music.
The end.
No, as far as the music goes, I want to say that I think that Steven Universe makes a very good usage of chiptune. It doesn't feel out of place, and it's mixed in with other things. And then obviously there are the songs, which everyone knows and loves.
Like, it kind of gives it, like, sort of a childish feeling, I guess.
Yeah, but also kind of like a futuristic, spacey kind of feel, which is kind of what it is.
Like, when I think of it, I think of, like, quote-unquote old people playing their old video games as children or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
And now let's wrap up. So,
But what about the art style?
yeah, okay, art
Oh, yeah,
style.
art
It's
style.
a cute art style. It's very
I love
simple
it.
at the end.
Thank you, Purple, for that.
I love how Steven Universe does kind of like magic-y things, like the effects that they do for it, like the warping.
Yeah, like, they use a lot of, like, diamonds and stars and, like, streaks and stuff.
Yeah, like the whole geometric shapes thing. I absolutely love that. As someone who is obsessed with geometric shapes for no apparent reason.
Yeah, it kind of works with, like, the whole gem concept, too, because gems are usually, like, geometric shapes and stuff.
Do you guys have complaints about the gems being too easy to draw and how they're lazy
No.
or something like that?
I was never a fan of the beginning art style. Like, Pearl looked really weird in the beginning.
Pearl looks
Yeah.
so weird in the beginning, but after a while they kind of got used to drawing her, and so now she's, like, fine.
They've come a far way from the pilot.
Oh, God, yeah, that was so strange.
Oh my gosh. The pilot seemed, like, too dark in a way, especially for, like, the tone of the show.
No, I completely agree.
I guess, like, nowadays, like, having thin outlines is a thing in cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pilot episode was just, like, the complete opposite of
Pearl
the
looks
aesthetic.
so strange. They all do, but, like, you know.
What is up with like her baggy short pants? Like, are they shorts? Are they pants? Are
Never
they
know.
shants?
The greatest mystery of Steven
They're called
Universe.
capris, probably. So
I'm gonna call them shants.
you shan't do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And with that, I guess that was it. Steven Universe.
You did it.
Hooray.